What's up, guys? It's your boy J Smooth, and today we're gonna be breaking down winners and losers of the NBA draft. We're also gonna be breaking down Phoenix Suns, Mark Williams trade with the Charlotte Hornets. So this is gonna be a fun one, man. I'm only gonna break down specifically some winners and some losers. I'm not gonna do the whole draft. I'm not gonna do the whole trade in every trade in the draft, because most of the trades, to be honest, were like pick 30 for pick 57 and 40, stuff like that. That's really boring. The NBA draft was really boring. The only fun part was Ace basically being mad that he got drafted by Utah, and then Colin Mary Boyles being mad that he drafted by Toronto. Even though he said that he didn't, we don't believe him. We do not believe him. But we definitely believe that Ace basically was mad, though. We know that. I already made a video on that, so watch that. But we're gonna start with the Mark Williams trade, which was when my first reaction of that trade. Amazing. I was gonna give that trade A-, but then once the draft, that's why I wanted to do the draft. Like, I wanted to do this trade after the draft was over, because after the draft, this is a B-. It went down a whole grade level, and here is why. I'm gonna show the trade real quick. Let's go over here. Over here, Mark Williams, right here. Okay, the Charlotte Hornets are trading center Mark Williams to the Phoenix Suns for the number 29 pick. For the number 29 pick tonight, and a 2029 first round pick. So just tell ESPN. I thought this trade was an A- when it first happened. When it first happened, A-. I was like, yes. They just had Yusuf Nurkic. They didn't even have Yusuf Nurkic. I'm sorry, they didn't. They traded Yusuf Nurkic to Charlotte. They only had Nick Richards, Mason Plumlee. That sucks. That's yucky. That's yucky. I think Mark Williams is really good. I have a feeling that if the Lakers have Mark Williams in the playoffs, they would have definitely went to 7 against Minnesota. I'm just saying, you feel me? I'm not gonna say Mark Williams is a superstar, but he definitely would have helped. Goddamn, Rudy Gobert had a 2020 game on you guys. He would have helped. Okay. First, I was like, this is A-. After the draft, this is a B-, because you drafted with the 10 pick. Come on, Malach. I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong. I need to learn it. I need to hear Mike Breen say it first, or like any announcer saying it first, and then I'll learn it. This is what happened when Giannis and Antetokounmpo. Like, I didn't know how to say it. Once I heard announcers say it, I copied them. We active. Okay. But like I said, this is a great trade, man. I understand you drafted, come on, but now you have center depth, but and also because Mark Williams is injury prone. But you're gonna have to trade. You're gonna have to pay Mark Williams soon. That's why I don't understand trading for him if you was gonna pick come on in the lottery. I understand you didn't want a rookie center as your starting lineup, but might as well give him the burn if you wasn't gonna, like, I wouldn't have drafted him, and now this is a Jalen Smith situation again. I'm not comparing come on to Jalen Smith, but this is like, you drafted Mark Williams. I mean, you traded for Mark Williams. You're gonna start Mark Williams. He's injury prone. We know that. But so the rookie might get a lot of burn. But now you got 5 centers in the roster, which is why I feel like if you had, okay, I traded for Mark Williams. That's cool. Now with the 10th pick, you could have got the person that the Spurs got. You feel me? You could have got Carter Bryant, put him in the forward position. You feel me? You could have got Noah. You could have got Cedric. You understanding me? So you have that starting forward. Because right now you got Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, D-Book. You could start D-Book in the point guard. Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, Cedric. Let's go Cedric, because Cedric was the pick after you. You feel me? And then Mark Williams with Grayson Allen off the bench. But no, you decided to go just pick, which I don't understand what the Phoenix Suns are doing, man. I think Kaman's gonna have a great career. I like his he reminds me of Hassan Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside when he was in his prime, that's what he reminds me of. But you traded for Mark Williams, so the opportunity is not really gonna be there a lot unless Mark Williams gets injured, and that could happen. We're not wishing that on anybody. That could happen, but I really don't understand the trade now because you drafted. Come on, and you also got like 3 more centers in the roster. Make it make sense, Phoenix. You guys are not doing this shit right. Hire me, please. Okay, now let's go to the draft, man. Winners and losers. It's gonna be cheap. Winners, Dallas. I mean, you got Cooper Flag. Not really anything. Losers. This is a big time losers. I'm gonna say the Pelicans. And it's not because I think Jeremiah Fears is bad. Shit, Jeremiah Fears, I smell superstar in him. Superstar. I smell shifty point guard. I said superstar. I'm not gonna say superstar. I smell 20 plus year type of starting guard. I smell Mike Conley. This is a flashy Mike Conley type of player. Jeremiah Fears. Jeremiah Fears. This is flashy Mike Conley who will make multiple All-Stars. Who is gonna be fearless. No pun intended. Fearless on the court. I'm gonna say loser, and I'm gonna say loser for him, not for the Pelicans, because it's a great draft for the Pelicans. But you already have DeJounte. I understand he's coming from an Achilles, but he's ready to start the season. I believe. I believe that. You got Jordan Poole, another point guard. You gonna bring Jeremiah Fears off the bench? No, you're not. He should be a starting guard. And I'm very surprised that Washington did not pick them. I'm very surprised. I thought that they was gonna pick Jeremiah Fears when they traded Jordan Poole. They picked Trey Johnson, which is also really good, even though he's only 6 foot. It feels like he's only 6 foot. You feel me? Even though I think Trey Johnson's gonna be really good. Hopefully the height doesn't really matter, but first loser is Jeremiah Fears. First loser. I'm just not happy that he went to the Pelicans when they have all these guards. And who knows what they're going to do with DeJounte. But you paid the guy already an extension. He's going to play. NBA politics is going to have him to play. If I'm paying a guy this amount of money, he's playing. Whether you like it or not. That's how it is. You could ask Emmanuel Mudiay. They got him out of the league because... He got out of the league because he fucking... Oh, I was playing really good, but because this guy making more than me, they have to pay this guy. They have to play this guy. Shit. So I'll go to Puerto Rico and cook. And he's cooking in Puerto Rico. But I don't really like this for Jeremiah Fears. First loser. Big time loser. Loser. Winners of the NBA draft. My San Antonio Spurs. And it's not just Dylan Harper. That's easy choice. We knew that Dylan Harper was going to fall for us. I'm talking about my boy, Carter Bryant. Listen to me. We're going to be NBA champions in 2028 or 2029. 2028, 2029 is going to be the Spurs' 6th championship. Victor Wembanyama is going to bring it home for San Antonio. And I'm going to go for a game. I am manifesting that shit. We're going to San Antonio, Texas for the NBA Finals 2029. We're going there. Okay. I just love the combination. It's going to be... I don't even know. Listen. I love the Aaron Fox. I'm trading the Aaron Fox as for a power forward. I'm trading the Aaron Fox for Giannis or anybody. Because I believe Dylan Harper is going to be elite. I believe Stephon Castle is already elite. That's my backcourt right there. Carter Bryant, I know he's a forward, so he can play the 4 or the 3. Hopefully he plays better than 4. Um, he's 6'7". You know what I mean? I think he's more of a small forward type of guy. So and then we need a power forward. Jaren Jackson. Hey, hey, we could do a 3-teamer, man. We could do a 3-teamer and get the Aaron Fox somewhere else and get Jaren Jackson with some picks. With Wemby? Whew, please. I'm overhyped. I'm an overhyped Spurs fan right now. But yeah. Winners, Memphis Grizzlies. They got Cedric Coward. Memphis Grizzlies always impresses me in drafts, man. They have eye for talent. And I think Cedric Coward is gonna be a great defensive player, great 3-and-D player, and I wouldn't be surprised if he makes multiple defensive teams in Memphis. Even though he's 6'5", I wouldn't be surprised that he does really good in Memphis. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Okay. Biggest winner, Trey Johnson. They traded Jordan Poole. You're going to be starting ASAP. You're going to have CJ McCollum, been to Western Conference Finals a bunch of times. You're going to have Marcus Smart, been to NBA Finals, Western Conference Finals a bunch of times, the former Defensive Player of the Year. You're going to have Chris Middleton, former NBA champion. They're going to be teaching Trey Johnson, hey, listen, just because you're smaller than everybody else. Let me see if he's actually 6 foot. He's 6'5". But he was so small in the court. Either way, he looks so small in the court. But he is 6'5", which is crazy. Maybe he's small because of the weight, 190. Maybe that's why I thought he was small for Texas. But I think he's the biggest winner here, man. I think he's gonna shine in not Texas. I think he's gonna shine in Washington, and I think he's gonna have great leadership behind him. I think Washington's having a great rebuilding so far with all of the veterans that they're collecting, which could. I wouldn't be surprised if the Washington Wizards are way better next year. I wouldn't be surprised if they win at least 30 games. I wouldn't be surprised, really. Biggest losers, Ace Basley and the Utah Jazz. I'm not saying this because Ace Basley is trash. I'm just saying because the Utah Jazz, Ace Basley did not want to play for Utah. And I think this is a great draft for Utah. Like, hey, fuck what you say. We're going to pick you, motherfucker. That's what Utah said. That's what Danny Ainge said. But I don't like that. Okay, Ace Basley is going to be a superstar. But once he, let's say shit don't get right in Utah, he's going to be like, I'm out of here. He's going to get that rookie section and be like, I'm out of here. You feel me? So you basically, especially with the team that he has around him, very impatient, very I want to be I want to do this, I want to do that, very I want to be spoiled, very this, very that. I wouldn't be surprised if Ace Basley after his rookie contract and after his like first year, his extension. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ace Basley in 2030 in a different team. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not even lying. I would not be surprised. 2030, he's definitely gonna be in a different team, Ace Basley. If the Utah Jazz don't got shit together, if they got shit together, and I'm not saying shit together when it comes to organization, because Danny Ainge, he's really good. I'm talking about if they're not in the playoffs competing. I see him already out of the team in 2030, which is why I'm saying the Jazz are losers. Maybe I'm looking too much ahead, but the team that he has with him, I don't like it. I don't like the decisions that they were making. I don't like none of that shit. So, one of the biggest losers. Toronto, another big loser. Colin Mary Boyles, whatever he said on Twitter, I don't care. Listen, I have a shirt of the Boston Celtics. I'm not a Boston Celtics fan. I have a decoration down over here. Brooklyn Nets. I'm not a Brooklyn Nets fan. I got that when I went to my first NBA game in Brooklyn. Got ass decoration now. You feel me? Just because you had a Toronto Raptors fan and you post that on Twitter Oh, I wasn't sad. I wasn't mad. Blah 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 blah. We saw your face. We saw your expression. Damn fuck. Damn fuck this bitch. Damn. We don't like that shit. We don't like that. So biggest loser Toronto. Also, you got a lot of forwards. I understand RJ Barrett is already in trade blocks, but you still haven't traded him. So maybe later on we'll see some. We'll see some. I'm also mad that they didn't draft Kaman. They needed a center, man. That's just me. Biggest winners. 76ers. They get a rookie that's ready to play. VJ Eshcom. If your stars players fucking start getting injured, like they always do, you got him, you got Tyrese Maxey, and you got Jerry McCain. I think that's a great start for any rebuilding thing after Joel Embiid. Um, Whatever. After he retires or his knees blow up again or Paul George knees blow up again, like we don't know what's gonna happen with Philadelphia. Paul George could break a nail and he's out for 3 weeks. Joel Embiid could break fucking a hair follicle and he's out for the whole year. I'm exaggerating, but like they're always injured. You know what I mean? And for my last obvious winner, um, the Brooklyn Nets, man. A lot of first round picks. They have 5 first round picks. They drafted all of them. I believe that Edgar Denman from BYU is gonna be a he's 6'8". He's explosive and he can shoot threes. He's 6'8". I believe he's gonna be a star. This is this is my first time. Last year was my first time watching the NCAA tournament and like regular games. Not my first time because I watched Kobe White in North Carolina and I watched Kemba when he was in UConn. But this is like my first time really like paying attention to the prospects because I wanted to do this, so I had to learn. And half of these guys look like superstars to me. I ain't gonna lie, man. But I'll read some other things, and he's gonna be a good 3-and-D wing. But I think he could expand to being an all-star. But you never know. But I love all of the Brooklyn Nets picks. They got veteran and D'Angelo Russell, who is not really the smartest type of dude when it comes to being a veteran. If we say that, I want to be Derek White, also doing the crazy thing he did to Nick Young. But other than that, D'Lo is really good, so he's gonna teach his young bloods how to be around Brooklyn too, because this is New York. You go listen. If I'm a rookie, you go to New York, Miami, Dallas, Chicago, Houston, Los Angeles. If you're a rookie, and you go to all them cities, all them party cities. It's gonna be hard, man, because you're gonna be like, man, there's girls here, there's girls over there, there's bunch of spots that I could go. I'm famous. I'm rich. You could get you could pull a Michael Beasley and forget what the fuck you here to do. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, those are my winners and losers of the 2025 NBA draft. We discussed the Mark Williams trade. I think my first thought was A minus. After the draft was a B minus. Hopefully we got more trades, man. Hopefully we do. I'm hoping for Jaylen Brown trade. Yeah, not to the Spurs. We do not want him. We don't. But to why is DeAndre Ayton is getting traded? Okay. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Okay. I was like, Aiden, he got traded? Nah, but I'm gonna get out of here, man. Those are my winners and losers of the NBA draft. I appreciate you guys for watching me. I appreciate you guys for even listening to me talking about basketball. I know my voice is sometimes because of my accent is really bad. But other than that, I appreciate you guys. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe on my YouTube channel. Let me put my full screen so you guys can see me. Follow me on Instagram, jsmoothlivee. Follow me on Twitter, King Bori. Follow me on TikTok. I'm gonna start posting there soon. You feel me? And subscribe to my channel, share it, like it, and peace out. Peace.